Hello and welcome to ELL, the channel that will educate and motivate you on your fitness journey. Did you know that around 34.2 million adults in the United States currently smoke cigarettes? And do you know what's common in all these cigarettes? Nicotine. Welcome to the hidden truth about nicotine. This seemingly innocuous substance found in every cigarette is far more prevalent than you may realize. It's not just an American issue. Globally, over 1 billion people are estimated to be regular smokers. That's roughly 1 in 7 people worldwide. Now you might be thinking, well, nicotine isn't the real problem, right? It's all those other chemicals in cigarettes that are harmful. That's a common misconception. While it's true that cigarettes contain thousands of chemicals, many of which are harmful, nicotine is far from innocent. Nicotine is, in fact, the primary addictive substance in tobacco. It's what keeps smokers coming back for more, despite the known risks. It's a powerful stimulant that can affect many parts of your body, including your heart, hormones, and metabolism. And it has a sneaky way of making you feel good in the short term, while causing long-term harm. So where does nicotine come from? It originates from the tobacco plant, a green leafy plant that's native to the Americas but now grown worldwide. The tobacco plant has a long history of use, going back at least 8,000 years. But it wasn't until the 16th century that Europeans began to smoke it, and the practice spread globally. Today, the tobacco industry is a multi-billion-dollar business, with a significant part of its profits coming from nicotine-addicted customers. And while many people are aware of the risks of smoking, the addictive nature of nicotine makes quitting incredibly difficult. So nicotine is indeed a prevalent substance, but how exactly is it made? Stick around to find out. Contrary to popular belief, nicotine isn't created in a laboratory. It's a natural compound found in the tobacco plant. But how does this seemingly innocent plant birth a substance so powerful, so addictive, and so controversial? Let's start with the basics. Nicotine is an alkaloid, a type of nitrogen-containing compound that occurs naturally in certain plants. It's produced in the roots of the tobacco plant and accumulates in the leaves, the part of the plant most commonly used in tobacco products. But why does the tobacco plant produce nicotine in the first place? Think of it as a survival tactic. When insects munch on the leaves of the tobacco plant, they ingest nicotine, which acts as a natural insecticide. It's the plant's way of saying, "Not so fast, little bug." The nicotine repels these pests, protecting the plant and ensuring its survival. It's a brilliant defense mechanism, but what happens when this natural compound is extracted and processed for human consumption? The extraction process begins with the harvesting of mature tobacco leaves. These leaves are then cured and fermented, which increases the nicotine concentration. Once the leaves are adequately cured, they are soaked in water, allowing the nicotine to leach out. This liquid is then distilled to extract pure nicotine. From here, this potent compound is processed and incorporated into a wide array of products, from traditional tobacco products like cigarettes and cigars, to modern nicotine delivery systems like e-cigarettes and vaping devices. It's a fascinating journey from a simple plant to a complex compound. But as we'll discover, the story of nicotine doesn't end there. Its impacts extend far beyond the tobacco fields and into the lives of millions of people worldwide. Now that we know how nicotine comes to life, let's delve into the impacts it has on your health. While nicotine may have its origins in nature, its effects on the human body are far from natural. Nicotine, though seemingly inconspicuous in its leafy green home, harbors an insidious dark side. As it enters the bloodstream, nicotine acts as a stimulant, causing your heart rate to quicken and your blood pressure to spike. It's like an unwelcome guest who not only crashes your party but also wreaks havoc once inside. This immediate impact might seem harmless to some, just a jolt to the system. However, let's delve deeper into the long-term effects of this seemingly innocent stimulant. Over time, this unwelcome guest doesn't just cause a ruckus, it starts to leave permanent damage. Repeated exposure to nicotine can lead to heart disease. Picture your heart as a tireless workhorse, constantly pumping to keep you alive. Now imagine forcing it to work overtime, day in, day out. That's what nicotine does. It puts a strain on that workhorse, wearing it out faster than nature intended, potentially leading to heart disease. And then there's lung cancer, the specter that looms large with every puff of a nicotine-rich product. Each puff is akin to playing a game of Russian roulette with your health. The carcinogens found in these products can mutate the cells in your lungs, leading to the development of cancerous growths. Nicotine's impacts extend beyond the physical, reaching into the realm of the psychological. It can lead to addiction, creating a cycle of dependence that can be tough to break. It can also exacerbate mental health conditions like anxiety and depression. Furthermore, nicotine can harm not just the user, but also those around them. Secondhand smoke exposes bystanders to the same harmful chemicals, putting them at risk of the same health issues. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's more to nicotine's health impacts than meets the eye. The dark side of nicotine is a labyrinth of health risks and potential complications, a journey that we'll continue to explore in the next scene. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this silent killer. Believe it or not, nicotine's harm goes beyond just physical health. It's a silent killer that infiltrates every aspect of our lives, subtly, yet significantly. It's not just the lungs that nicotine attacks, but also our minds, our emotions, and our social interactions. Imagine nicotine as an uninvited guest who overstays his welcome. You may not notice his presence at first, but soon enough you find him in every room of your house, affecting your daily routine, your sleep patterns, and even your relationships. That's precisely what nicotine does. It creeps into your life, slowly intertwining with your daily habits until it becomes an inseparable part of your existence. You might think, oh, I can quit whenever I want. But the reality is, nicotine is highly addictive. It changes the way your brain works, making it crave the substance even when it's causing you harm. It's like being stuck in a toxic relationship where you know it's bad for you, but you can't seem to walk away. And let's not forget the repercussions it has on mental health. Studies have shown that nicotine can exacerbate mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. It's a vicious cycle where nicotine provides temporary relief, only to make the symptoms worse in the long run. Furthermore, the social implications of nicotine use are often overlooked. The stigmatization of smokers can lead to isolation and strained relationships. It can affect your career, as employers might be hesitant to hire someone with a nicotine addiction. It can also put a dent in your wallet, with the cost of cigarettes and medical bills piling up. In short, nicotine is a silent killer that affects not only your physical health but your mental health, your relationships, and your quality of life. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing, a poison dressed as a quick fix. If you're finding this information helpful or surprising, why not hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below? With all this information, the question remains, is nicotine worth the risk? The answer, as we've journeyed together, is not as clear-cut as one might hope. Nicotine, like many things in life, is a paradox. Born from the humble tobacco plant, it has been transformed by human ingenuity into a substance that both entices and harms. We've unearthed the hidden truth about nicotine, exploring its origins in the green leaves of the tobacco plant. We've seen how it's extracted and manipulated, turning a simple plant extract into a potent and addictive substance. We've also delved into the dark side of nicotine, the side that often lurks in the shadows, unseen until it's too late. The silent killer, as some might call it. We've learned about the havoc it can wreak on the human body, from increasing heart rate and blood pressure to contributing to the development of cancer and heart disease. But the story of nicotine is not just a tale of doom and gloom. For some, nicotine provides a momentary escape, a brief respite from the pressures of life. It's a complex issue and one that requires a nuanced approach. Yet when we consider the potential harm, the increased risk of chronic health conditions, and the addictive nature of nicotine, the scales seem to tip decidedly in one direction. The risks, it appears, far outweigh the benefits. So here we are at the end of our journey, standing at the precipice of understanding. The final verdict? Nicotine is a risk, a gamble with one's health that may not be worth taking. This is not a verdict passed down to condemn or judge, but rather to inform and educate. The decision is ultimately a personal one, but it's crucial to make it with all the facts in hand. Thank you for sticking around till the end. If you found this video informative, please share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on more such content.